Hi there, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today I'm going to talk to you about why I never optimize my Facebook ads for traffic. Let's dive in. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you that are listening to my channel and have seen my videos before are quite experienced when it comes to Facebook ads, but some of you might not be. So let's talk about a few of the different things you can do to optimize your traffic for inside the Facebook platform. The first one you can optimize for is awareness, and this is to maximize reach, awareness of video views and all that type of stuff. For us as an agency, we never use it unless you want to do that, and I don't know why. It's kind of more for brand awareness and things like that. Then I would probably steer clear of it. The next objective you can optimize for is traffic, okay, which is essentially clicks to your landing page or wherever you're sending your traffic. And we've seen this a lot, right? People optimize for the wrong objective, which is traffic, and they just see thousands of clicks hitting the landing pages per day, but there is no conversions and no leads, and then they come back to us and wonder why. And that's because Facebook is optimizing for traffic, and we never use this either. The next one is engagement, okay? And we have used this, and we still do, more for kind of retargeting ads, okay? So if people have come into your funnel and they've seen your content, they've opted into something, and they've watched a case study, or they've hit a landing page, or whatever that might be, what you can do is show them another ad and optimize for engagement, and that kind of really gets people to kind of engage with that ad, comment, like, etc. And we've found this is a better way to retarget rather than lead optimization, which I'll touch on in a bit. The next objective is leads, and we use this a lot. In fact, it's 80% of what we do is via the leads, and this is Facebook lead forms. We know Facebook really likes to keep people inside their app and doesn't necessarily like you to leave and hit a landing page. Obviously, it still works in a lot of industries and it goes really well, but we've noticed that with Facebook, you'll run the same ad to a lead form as opposed to an offsite conversion, which I'll touch on in a sec, and you'll see that you get much cheaper traffic CPMs and your leads are really cheap. This is when people see an ad there and then they click on the ad and it opens up into Facebook's lead form, which you can complete, and then that person becomes a lead based on the data and what personal information Facebook holds about that particular consumer. Another thing you can select in the lead section of the optimization objective is for offsite conversions and also messenger campaigns. It's just another way for your brand or your client to generate leads. Another objective is app installs, and unless you're obviously got an app to sell or you're promoting an app, I would steer clear of that one because it's not going to help you. And then you've got the final one, which is offsite conversions, okay? And this is one that we use quite a lot too. So this can optimize for quiz submits and leads via traditional form on a landing page, or calls and stuff like that. Okay, so a few more reasons why not to use the traffic objective when you're running your Facebook campaigns. I guess the first one is that Facebook's really clever when it comes to the people on their platform. They know what they do, right? And there's a whole host of people out there that are kind of serial clickers, I guess. They're very curious about reading up on events or finding out about an offer or whatever that is, but they've just been conditioned over the years to kind of not opt in and become a lead. And there's, I guess that's me in a way, right? Like I know about lead gen and conversion and stuff like that. So it's not, if I see something that intrigues me, I'll very rarely go in and opt into that form. So if you can think of like people like myself, and there's obviously a whole host of people like that just won't convert. So when you're running a traffic objective, Facebook does a really good job of showing those ads to people like me, and you're just never going to get any conversions. And I see this so often as people come in again to my community and just say, we've done so well, we're getting 10-cent clicks and our offer's really engaging, but we're just not getting any conversions. I've seen it so many times, and I'm like, what objective are you running? And they say traffic, and that is the reason why. It sounds so simple, but still a lot of people get it wrong, okay? But one way you can use traffic objective is when you're starting up a brand new Facebook ad account, and you'll have like $20 limit per day or whatever that figure is, okay? So you'll spend quickly and then it'll get to 20 bucks and then your ads will stop, and you have to do this for a certain number of days before Facebook sees you're trustworthy, before they want to take your money, and then they will up your limit gradually, okay? So if you have got a campaign that's just starting out and you want to get some traffic to your landing page and get the kind of conversion pixel firing and all that type of stuff, not conversion pixel, but the Facebook pixel firing, then it could be a really good way just to kind of get things going quickly. But that's kind of the only real way that we'd use the traffic objective. What should you use instead? Well, obviously we are lead gens. If you're watching this video, it's probably, there's a good chance you've run leads before and you're a lead generator. That's what your agency does. And it might sound painfully obvious, but you should really be trying to optimize for leads, whether that be kind of offsite lead conversions or Facebook lead forms, or whatever that is, depending on kind of the way that you're running your traffic, okay? But, always just start there. It sounds incredibly simple, and it is. If you're just getting started, lead forms or, instant forms are a really great way to kind of get started, because everything's kind of in-app, and, it's not as complicated to kind of optimize a landing page for conversion. So it's all kind of done in the Facebook app. It's incredibly simple and fast, which means that, newbies can get going very quickly with this. The downside is the quality isn't always great because there's not much friction going through that instant form or that lead form. All right. So we use lead forms a lot, but it's more to kind of drive traffic to an offer. Okay. So if you think of a lead form, you've got the kind of ad, and then they click and the instant ad opens up and they give their name and email and phone, or there's a few questions you can ask there too. And then they get to the last step, which says, they're finished basically, but we kind of trick the consumer ethically trick the consumer at this point and get them to take an action, whether that be to read a lead magnet, read an advertorial. I've seen people, give 24/7 instant quotes on that last step. I've seen someone in my community was just doing that the other day. And I guess it's a way to really grab people's details before they hit that content, as opposed to like an offsite kind of click, which hits a landing page and they just bounce if they don't convert. So we find that works really well. You should give it a go. The next step is sales optimization, and that's just as good, all right? But you are going to need some more kind of tech skills to install the conversion API and get the Facebook pixel on your website and all that type of stuff. It just so happens we've just done a video on that, which I'll kind of put up here, which will show you how to do that. And it is a little bit more kind of technical, but on the flip side of that is someone leaves the Facebook platform, engages with your offer, goes through, that quiz or that advertorial or whatever it is, then there's a lot more friction there, which means that the lead quality that comes out of it is usually a hell of a lot better, okay? So if you're after quality and you've got a little bit more experience, then go after the sales optimization way of doing things. If you are optimizing for offsite conversions, you want to have some tools to be able to make that work best for you. So for us, our landing pages and advertorials and all of that are all built on Unbounce. And then we've got LeadsHook, which is our quiz software that we use, which allows people to kind of come in, hit that landing page, and then get segmented off depending on their criteria, what situation they're in. An example is if they're after a kind of, like you can ask them if they're after buying a used car or financing a new car if you're running car finance. And lastly, we use High Level as well, okay, which is our kind of CRM that sits behind the lead. So if we're running an ad and someone's opting in, it could be to an instant experience an instant form, a lead form, then we can get their name and email and phone number, and we can immediately send them an SMS and an email asking them to take the next step or ask them a question or whatever that is, which means that my sales team has some fresh leads coming in that might not be passed over to the client just yet. I've kind of definitely chopped and changed a little bit here. I hope I haven't confused you too much. I think if you watch this video and you're still confused or whatever, then please comment below and we'll get back to you. If you have liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. And I just wanted to let you know that we've also just released a escape plan. It's a retainer jail escape plan. It's in the description below this video, and it's good stuff. You should check it out if you are struggling with retainer contracts and scaling. And with that, I'll speak to you later. Take care.